Everyone, today I've got a new showcase for you featuring another player from Team Georgia. This time we're going to be focusing on Tanner. The team that I'm featuring is from the recent Georgia local event, and he managed to place second place with it. So it's bound to be a very impressive team with pretty interesting sets. Before we get started with the battles in this video, I've actually recorded an interview with Tanner. In it, he'll give his thoughts on the team and how he built it and his ideas into specific matchups. But before we get into that, I'd like to ask you, as always, to subscribe if you're new here. We're trying to hit 50 before my birthday, and it'd be awesome to be able to make that. As always, if you're enjoying yourself, please hit like on the video and leave me a comment below to let me know you were here. All right, here goes the interview. So, first things first, let's talk about your general game plan, your ideas for the team.
Okay, so funny story. In the IC and the Georgia VC local, I used similar variants of a Team Joe UX9 used in Smogon, I think. And they both had Grimmsnarl Zapdos, and I led that every single game of every single set, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Except for game 2 of Grand Finals.
Okay. So you built around Grimmsnarl Zapdos. Talk about your Zacian set.
Okay, so this is the story. So I didn't use it in the IC, but I saw it on I want to say Japanese team on Joe UX9's video, and I was like, okay, that's super cool. I knew that another local that I know is really good, Padallac, I knew he was using the same team as me, and I knew George was also using, and they were both using 3-attack Zacian, and I knew that, so him and George were both using it. So I was like, okay, 2 of the 11 people, not counting me, are using this. I'm assuming everyone else is. So what I'm going to do is max my speed out, because it really wasn't that long ago, but back then, before all of the regionals kicked up, everyone was using bulky Zacian. So I was like, okay, I'm sacrificing Protect, but that's not that big of a deal, because normally it's coming in the back to clean up, and I can get a speed boost on a switch in, and I'll get myself I'll bail myself with win cons that I shouldn't win, because on turns that I outspeed, it's essentially like faking out the opposing Zacian, because every Zacian is not, no Zacian player is going to read that.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
And I can even set it up earlier in the game and then make it so that I can prolong them bringing in the Zacian. And it makes so much trouble.
All right, so in essence, you initially made it to counter team our local to some degree.
Essentially.
That's very funny.
And also, I did it. Okay, I spent the night with George the night before.
Okay.
And then he went to sleep, and I woke up at like 1 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. I went into the room and was like, oh, I know what speed his Zacian is.
Yeah.
It's I know it's not max makes in prison, because I went over my team sheet with him before he went to bed. He went to bed. I woke up, changed my team sheet, changed my team, then went to bed and ended up playing him round 1 and second round of the playoff.
Right, yeah, I remember.
Awesome. He was so mad.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he was. It was a wild set. I gotta say, when I've been using it, I've been having trouble, I've been trying to use it as a normal Zacian, right? But then I remember, every time, oh crap, it doesn't have Protect.
Yeah, you really either gotta play it very specific, if it's an opposing, one trouble that I had during the IC, or not during the IC, when I was using it on ladder before the local, is Scarf Ogre opposing. Since it's frail, it's 252, 252, it will sometimes die to a Choice Scarf Water Spout, and you can't protect into it, and that's going to do a lot of damage to your Zapdos, because you're not Assault Vest.
Absolutely.
So that's a trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
Around that a lot.
That's when you would have to set up screens with the Grimmsnarl then. Yeah.
And that's what makes it okay.
Right, yeah, for sure. All right, great. Let's talk a little bit about your Trick Room matchup, because I've been running into that a lot on ladder lately. And like I said, I've been practicing with your team a little bit before I record with it, just to not make a complete fool of myself, and it's been tough.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we're specifically talking about? Calyrex?
Yeah.
What are you doing with the most?
So I'm running into lots of Calyrex for sure. I'm running into Mimikyu, and I'm running into Indeedee. All of these have been giving me some trouble.
Okay, so the number one thing. Okay, this is just general trick room advice. And when I started playing Pokemon competitively, I played with all the people in Pokesports,
Sure.
and there was this guy. His name was Ryan, and he was he only played Trick Room, and he was very good at it.
Right.
And the one piece of advice he told me about any Trick Room matchup is if they don't, it becomes sort of an issue because of the fact that Calyrex can also Trick Room.
Yeah.
But if it's a Mimikyu and DD lead, if you can get screens up and make them have to switch out, because most people don't want to have to raw
Yeah.
switch into their sweeper that's going to win them this game. So if you
Yes.
can set your screens up, pivot out and stuff, that makes
Mm.
any trigger matchup a lot easier. So on my team, the way that I would do that, I would, if I saw that, I would shy away from the Zapdos and lead Grimmsnarl and Cineroar,
Yeah.
and I would set a screen up. It depends on what the item on the NDD is. I would prioritize breaking the sash so that later on in the game it'd be easier. I
Yeah.
would set a light screen up. I would break the sash on a DD. Then I would parting shot out into whatever you brought in the back to deal with it.
Okay.
And then I'd set my reflect up. And then if it's like Porygon 2, say it's Porygon 2 Incineroar. That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm focused on right now. I sent my Incineroar, and my Grimmstar on my Incineroar. I set a screen up, and then this is a really cool tech to make it so majority of instants can't pivot as well. You can throat chop their instance so it can't parting shot, so it's forced
Yeah.
to raw out, which
I
I think is
gotcha.
really.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Good to know. And yeah, it definitely does seem to come down to just slow the pace of the game down a bit, make it hard for them to get their sweepers in.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so I don't want to go on for too long. I don't want to have like a 30-minute preamble before before the actual battles, right? So, final thoughts. Is there anything else you wanted to say about your team?
I'd say 95% of matchups you're going to want to lead Zapdos, Grim, Kyogre, Zacian, and you're going to want to prioritize bringing the Kyogre in. Well, ideally, you want your Grimmstar to die first.
Mm-hmm.
You get at least one Airstream on Zapdos on turn one.
Yep.
Then you bring Kyogre and you protect. You get
Airstream.
another Airstream, and then
Yeah.
you just,
Just go
because that's the
nuts with
same
water
process
spout.
with everything, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you
All
for
right,
your thoughts.
of
I'll
course.
be playing with the team coming up soon.
All right, sweet. Good
All
luck.
right.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Anytime. See ya.
All right, bye.
Valuable thoughts there from Tanner. Let's go ahead and get into the matches. All right. First game on uh, first game on video with this team. We're battling against another Zacian Kyogre team. They've got Rillaboom as well. We've got Zapdos, but they've got quicker speed control, I think. But frailer. Quicker but frailer. So I think I'm good with leading Grimmsnarl Zapdos into this. The question is, do they just go straight Barraskewda with Kyogre, or are they going to bring Thundurus as their support? All of these things are unclear. I want to bring Rillaboom for pretty obvious reasons, I would think. And so the question is going to be Kyogre or Zacian. Given that Zacian doesn't have Protect, I'm leaning towards Kyogre. But Kyogre does less damage into... Well, not even necessarily less damage into everything here. It's a tough call. I almost expect them to bring their Rillaboom, which makes me want to bring Zacian instead. So yeah, I'm gonna bring Zacian. Yeah, that's my plan. Like, basically, they don't have a mode of their team that has trouble with Rillaboom, and mine does have a mode that has trouble with Rillaboom. So, in this case, I don't bring it, right? Hopefully, we'll find out. Okay, so they're just going straight Kyogre Barraskewda. How do I feel about that? And they have to Airstream here, right? And they'll always max Barraskewda. Actually, you know what? I can just Thunderbolt. Sorry, not Thunderbolt. T-Wave, and I think I still need to Airstream. But I'll end up faster than Barraskewda that way. Grimmsnarl probably goes down to a Water Spout, but Zapdos should survive it. And yeah, they have to Airstream. But if Barraskewda does go down... Yeah, they're going straight max. That makes sense. But no, if Barraskewda gets paralyzed here and I get an Airstream up and survive with Zapdos, then I can bring in Rillaboom next turn and go nuts with that. In fact, if they're paralyzed... Yeah, if they're paralyzed, you know, I don't remember where I was going with that. Either way, I'm going to end up faster. T-Wave connects, fantastic, and we will be getting off our Airstream first. Okay, noted. Kyogre is Scarf. And oh wow, we were not faster than Barraskewda even after paralysis. That's I guess I should have known that actually, but Barraskewda just goes down here. That's good, and they don't get a speed boost, so now we're faster than Kyogre. We know that they're Scarfed. I think I should bring out Rillaboom here, and not just like I want the fake out pressure as well. That was pretty lucky for us, not gonna lie. Yeah, their NDD comes out. So I guess we won't be able to fake out here. But we can max lightning. Oh, never mind. Hey, we're slower than the NDD. Didn't quite expect that. That means we can. That's fantastic for us. We can fake out the NDD and max lightning. Let me double check they didn't have any ground Pokemon in the back. Nah, they don't really have a switch into this. I mean, Rillaboom they could switch in, but it won't work out super well for them. There's fake out. They can't follow me. Max lightning. Because we're faster now. Fantastic. That just KOs. We get rid of Rillaboom's terrain, but I'm not too concerned about that. In fact, we can switch it out this coming turn. And just Airstream while we set up Zacian. Yep, there's their Zacian. Which I'm not really that concerned about because this Zacian is an imprisoned Zacian. So we'll bring Zacian out. Now the question is, do I, well, no, I always Airstream here, and I always Airstream into NDD. Like, maybe they Behemoth Blade into Zacian here. I'm actually not sure if we survived that, but we'll find out. It is a bit of a frailer Zacian, as Tanner told us. Yep, there's their Follow Me, which I was already anticipating anyway, so Airstream should do a ton here. And I'm hoping to see Behemoth Blade into Zapdos. Yeah, Airstream gets the KO onto NDD. Zapdos is a great max option. Honestly, just like Thundurus on my IC team. All right, show me B-Blade into Zapdos. I would love to see that. Come on. Yes. All right, we're golden. That's going to be the game. Because here's what I do here. I just fake out Imprison, and then their Zacian can't do anything at all. So, first game here, and we get to use the Imprison tech. So that's exciting. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Protect here, but Imprison makes it so they're not going to be able to do anything after that. Unless they have like close combat or something, but a lot of Zacians are opting for Sacred Sword over close combat these days, so... Imprison and Fake out. Here we go. Oh, okay, they're not even going to go for a protect there. Surprised. And there's Imprison. And they can't win now. It's literally impossible. We'll just Blade and Horsepower. And they can only like use Protect if they have that. But yeah, that's the game. Awesome. Okay, well, game 1 in the bag. Let's go on to find a game 2. And here goes game 2. Pretty highly ranked opponent. No, running Sun with Calrex Shadow Rider. Okay. Well, let's see here. Grimmsnarl Zapdos, as usual, still feels pretty good. There's a good chance they'll bring Gastrodon, so Rillaboom's really good in this matchup. I'm most likely going to bring that. If that is support Thunderous, Zapdos feels a little bit iffy, but even just getting speed boosts onto... Well, onto what? Yeah, the Thunderous there is making things a little bit awkward, but I think I still want to go Zapdos Grimmsnarl. I'll bring Rillaboom. Now the question is Kyogre or Zacian, and I'm tempted to go Kyogre in this game. Although again, the Gastrodon makes things really iffy. But if we can get rid of the Gastrodon, Kyogre like is an excellent option here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Like, Kyogre beats almost every Pokemon on my opponent's team, bar the Gastrodon, so it seems a little bit too good not to bring. Okay, Thunderous Calyrex. Interesting. I'm not sure what this means, to be honest. Like, I almost just want to set up Light Screen and Protect this first turn. And see if Thunderous maxes. Let's see. Thunderous is such a like a nightmare in best of one because you just never know what it's going to be doing. Yeah, they are maxing it, so it's not support Thundy, which is it kind of bodes well for us actually. I guess I should have gone Reflect instead of Light Screen, just in case. It was just hard to call, you know. Well, here goes this. We'll see if Grimmsnarl can survive the turn. I'm not totally convinced it will if they doubled into it. Let's see. Barrage, yep. We will have Dynamax advantage, which may or may not help. We'll see. Okay. And there goes their Airstream. Grimmsnarl does survive the turn. Actually, that's pretty big. The annoying thing is that they're going to keep speed advantage. But we can now... Now we'll set up Reflect. It's a better idea, I think. So we'll Reflect and we'll Airstream into Calyrex here. If they want to do significant damage to Zapdos, they're going to have to Lightning, which means that we can get the speed advantage back, potentially. See what happens here. I do feel like I've fallen behind this game, though, unfortunately, but we'll see. There's Barrage. Zapdos barely takes damage, which is great. Grimmsnarl still hangs on too, which is also excellent. And Grimmsnarl is going to survive this turn too, which means that we can paralyze. And now we get some speed advantage back. Like we can T-Wave into... Yeah, this is actually really interesting. Because now we can T-Wave into Calyrex and then Airstream to get the KO. Another Airstream. Here we go. We do connect, which is great. They don't protect. So they are going down with Calyrex this turn. Yep, they're setting up their Airstream again. Oh, Calyrex probably outspeeds now, don't they? Nope. Okay, they don't. So there goes Calyrex. Right, because I was +1 and they're halved. So many Airstreams, the speed tiers get a little complicated. Okay. So their max is over, which means we can now Airstream to get the full advantage. There's Groudon. Ugh, this is rough though, because... Can't T-Wave it. Rillaboom's in the back. Switching in Kyogre feels really treacherous here. But they're going to want to try to take down the Zapdos more than anything, I think. So I think it's okay. Mostly because I really want to get a speed boost on it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I am a little nervous about it, but if we can get a speed boost and then even if we take damage, we can go for... I went Brick Break. Okay. Yikes. That is a little scary. And they crit me, but that's kind of whatever. Lightning here. Right. Whoops, I went Lightning. Ha! That's not great. Okay. Let's see what they went for here. And then Rock Slide. Which does KO Zapdos, so it actually kind of works out in our favor. So we can bring in Rillaboom and click Fake Out next turn. I'm trying to figure out, I'm not sure at this range if Water Spout or... Yeah, we'll find out. Let's see. I'm not sure if Water Spout or Origin Pulse is more powerful here. But I actually think it's still Water Spout because it's max power. Oh, does it actually calculate its power in real time now? Huh. Yeah, okay. Water Spout Fake Out. That's what I'm going for here. Thundurus is pretty commonly not running any sort of... And Groudon's got to be, like, any sort of Protect. And Groudon's got to be pretty nervous about Speed Tie or even... Yeah, I was going to say they have to switch, basically. And there's Gastrodon. That's totally fine with me, to be honest. Like, they still take this Water Spout, and... in fact, I feel pretty confident about winning at this point. Because, yeah, Gastrodon takes a Storm Drain, but... Thundurus still goes down anyway. So the only question now is going to be, like, yeah, Groudon comes back in here. The question is going to be whether or not Gastrodon protects, and most likely it does. So I almost want to double the Groudon. Because, like, the combination of Glide and Spout, even in the sun, I think ought to KO. I could be incredibly wrong here, and if I am, it's a huge problem. So let me look at my other options here. I think my only other option would be switch to Grimmsnarl, right? Yeah. I don't like that too much. I guess like switch Kyogre to Grimmsnarl and glide into Gastrodon could be okay, but if Groudon just takes out Rillaboom, that kind of like gets rid of our oh, it's not protecting though. Fascinating. Okay. They do have a berry, which could allow them to survive here. That'd be pretty bad, not gonna lie. Yeah, that might have thrown the game right there. We'll see. Oh, it's close. Is that a KO? Come on. That wasn't. Kyogre, it misses. That's a double miss, man. Okay, Ice Beam does not KO Rillaboom. Wow. 2 games in a row where Groudon just kind of completely fails its job. That's absurd. That is crazy. We're faster than the Groudon too, so we win here. Man. Or I guess not 2 games in a row, 2 videos in a row. Oh boy. Because Gastrodon should always drop here. And even if it doesn't, the Ice Beam is not doing enough damage. Yep. There it goes, and now it's just Water Spout and we win. Ooh, yeah. So that's the thing, like Sun is the most common thing in this format right now, but Groudon is so iffy sometimes. Like that 85 accuracy sometimes really bites you, as you can see here. Mind you, with the grassy terrain up, we weren't taking too much damage from that anyway, so we may have still been fine. But I'm not 100% sure. Alright, game 3, and we've got some Trick Room stuff. Yeah, definitely hard Trick Room. So, based on Tanner's recommendations, I'm going to actually go Grimmsnarl and Incineroar here. I'll bring Zacian. Well, do I want Zacian if I can't protect? That's the hard part. Okay. Maybe it's just Kyogre Zacian in the back. I mean, Rillaboom's not really doing anything for me here. So, yep, it's going to be the plan. It could very well be a max Kyogre game. Oh, it's dog time. Dog barking time. Okay, yep, there's Incineroar Dusclops. Makes perfect sense. So most likely they want to fake out into our Incineroar just to stop a potential taunt. Although then again, Grimmsnarl can get taunt too as well, so. Goggles and clay. Yep. You know what I've got. So I just want to go ahead and throat chop the Incineroar. And set up, I guess Reflect is more valuable right now. Okay, that's fine with me. Now they can't Parting Shot. That's really interesting. Huh. Eject button Incineroar. That's a first for me. Well, yeah, it's a little scary. But I can just Parting Shot the Calyrex next turn. There we are, with their Twisted Dimensions. Parting Shot Calyrex, and this time we actually will set up Reflect. But yeah, this is pretty scary. I never would have expected Eject Button Incineroar, I gotta say. Oh, they're maxing right away. Okay. Well, I think that's fine with me. Is it? Well, we'll see. But I get to just Parting Shot right away. Because with Reflect Up, even Max Quake shouldn't KO me. Well, they could be Shadow Sneak, couldn't they? They probably are Shadow Sneak, yeah. Oh man, this is very scary. I'm not sure what to do here. Honestly, it's kind of ingenious. Yep, there's Quake. I guess it might KO me now. And there I go. Okay. Yeah. Game's looking not great. But I couldn't really switch there, could I? I can paralyze it and hope to Hax it. I bring Kyogre out now for sure, and I'm going to start focusing down the Dusclops. But man, this is intense. Oh no, it doesn't calculate in real time. I could swear that Water Spout has 200 power when it's at full HP. But maybe I was wrong. Or maybe it just kind of gives you an average. Yeah. T-Wave. Like, yes, it makes it slower, but it's already underspeeding everything I've got, so it's better to go for the possibility of paralysis. And we really need to take out the Dusclops so they can't get another Trick Room up if we want to have any hope of winning this game. Even then, though, it's going to be iffy. I could have max guarded there. Maybe I should have. There's the T-Wave. Oh, no, it's Overgrowth, too. Yeah, never mind. We're done. This game's over. I might just not include this one. I'm just kidding. I need to include everything if I'm going to be I value my integrity, so even games like this I'm going to include. But yeah, they're just gonna roll through me at this point. Like, there's nothing I can do. I could have max guarded there, but even if I did, the next turn they would have just wrecked me. Taunt Dusclops too, man. This was a very rough matchup, I gotta say. I'm not sure what else I could have done here, based on what we had. I mean, I guess I could have led... I mean, even leading Kyogre doesn't feel that good. But yeah, Zacian definitely goes down here. Now, we do have the possibility of a full para here. I guess I'll just Spirit Break the Dusclops. If we get a full para and KO the Calyrex, maybe we're still in this. I'm not sure. Nope, we don't. Okay, that's the game. Wow. That was some craziness. Well, Tanner, I'm sorry to go out like this, but yeah, what do I do? Let's see. They led Incineroar, Dusclops. What if I brought... Like... Yeah, I don't know. I'm legitimately unsure how to handle this. Because I could have brought, like, Zacian. No, that would not have worked. Nothing I have is just going to KO Dusclops, right? Especially since, Fake Out. Yeah. I'm at a loss on this one. I mean, I'm just going to let him finish this off now. And we get no turns of full para, unfortunately. But I had to bank on that at the point that we got to, but I wasn't gonna. It was not gonna happen. Man. All right. Well, that is going to be the video. It's a shame to end it on such a domineering defeat, but well played to my opponent. They definitely just like rolled right through me. Inject Button Incineroar was entirely unexpected and completely impossible to predict. So well done all around. And first two games went well. I'll give it that. It's a good team. It's a pretty fun team to play. Just definitely difficult for my style, and also even with slowing down the pace of the games, Trick Room is difficult to handle. So, you know, yeah, I will talk to you all later. And as always, if you enjoyed yourself, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. I do have another Team Georgia member to feature, so the next video will be with his team. All right. Bye, everybody.